Hello students. So today this video is on tenses, and this video is not only important for classes 11th and 12th. It is important for each and every student. It is important for each and every child. Yes, whether you are in school or in college, or you are appearing for competitive exams, or you are just a housewife, you all need English. And here one more word, you all need correct English. Yes, and tenses are the basis. If you understand tenses, then it means whatever you are going to write, it is going to be a beautiful and correct English. But the thing is that whenever we talk about tenses, everybody gets tensed. No need to get tensed, okay, because tenses are very simple. Only thing is that certain things you just keep in mind, and these are not very hard and fast formulas, okay, very simple things. On everyday basis we use all these things. Only thing is that we do not have any idea that we are using actually tenses. Okay, so let's start with the tenses. Now here I have written this word verb, okay, with the tenses. Why? Because actually verb has a very close relation with tenses. Verb, what is verb? If you remember, verb is action words. This is what we teach small children. Okay, that what is verb? Verb means action words. Eating, walking, sleeping, talking. Okay, all these are action words, and that's why all these are verbs. Okay, now why these two words are now related, verb and tenses? Because actually tenses tell about the timings of the verb. Means if we are taking the example of sleeping, if we are taking the example of eating, okay, so these are action words, these are verbs, and tenses will be just talking about the timing of that eating. That you ate in the morning, आपने सुबह खाया, या आपने कल खाया था, या अभी आप खाओगे, या खा रहे हो. The only word is eating, but it's the time frame which is different. Okay, and this different time frame is actually tenses. Now, sometime you feel that yes, teachers start with 3 tenses and then they go on talking about so many tenses. Actually, basically these are 3 tenses only, though sometimes we say no, tenses are of 12 types. Why? Because naturally these tenses are further divided, or we can say if we talk about present tense, naturally we will be having more tenses related to present, more tenses related to past, more tenses related to future. But in this video we will be talking about these 3 basic tenses. Okay, so here these 3 basic tenses are, first is present tense. Okay, present, very clearly it says present, जो अब है. Okay, this is present. Second is past tense, which is already over. Okay, in Hindi also we say वर्तमान. Present tense is वर्तमान, जो अब है. Past tense, which is gone. भूतकाल, जो जा चुका. And then third is future tense, which is yet to come. भविष्य काल, जिसको अभी आना है, जिसको अभी होना है. Okay, so these are basically 3 tenses. When we talk about present tense actually is to describe things that are currently or always happen. That are currently, या तो आज हुई है वो चीज, या फिर always happen, या फिर हमेशा ही होती है. Okay, for example, I love milk. या तो ये है कि वो कहेगा I have taken milk, और I take milk in the morning. Okay, I love milk. ये शायद हमेशा के लिए है, मुझे हमेशा ही अच्छा लगता है. So this is I love milk. Either it will be something to do with current situation, or it is always the thing. So I love milk. Or we can say this tense, actually present tense, this shows a routine also. I love milk means naturally if I like and love milk, I will be taking every day. So it means it shows a routine. And this present tense, we can say this is simple present, or we use another word for this present tense, simple present or present indefinite tense. Okay, this is present indefinite. And we can take more example. I travel every day. Okay, which we say that which are either currently, these things are there currently or always happen. Okay, currently it has happened or it always happen. So I travel every day, always. Now here one thing we will revise here, when especially we are doing present indefinite. In one of the videos I have already talked about persons, and at that time only I had told that actually these three persons are the basis of grammar. If you want to learn correct grammar, then these three persons are very important and you should remember it. And it's not very difficult thing also to remember. Persons, we can revise immediately. Three persons. I, naturally, whenever we think about something, we think about future, we think about ourselves first of all. Okay, if I'm thinking about getting a job, naturally I will be thinking about my need. Okay, so first person is always I. Second person is you. Okay, suppose I'm thinking about getting a job, I will be first of all thinking about my need, and then I will be thinking about you, means maybe my parents need, okay, what they actually want. I may ask, okay mother, what do you say, should I take this, because I think this is good job, okay, maybe this is what I wanted, always wanted. So you will be there, we will be consulting our mother or father. And then third person is all the world, rest of the world, means either me or you. I is the first person, you is the second person, and the whole world is the third person. These three persons you are to remember, and it's not very difficult to remember. Normally we always think about ourselves only. So this is first person. Now here once again we will be using these persons. Now how to use these persons? Like simple present tense, first sentence, first example I gave, I travel every day. Okay, I is the first person. I travel every day. मैं रोज travel करता हूँ. One example, you travel every day. या फिर second person भी हो सकता है, same sentence. You travel every day. तुम रोज travel करते हो, सफर करते हो. Then दोनों persons हो गए. अब बाकी दुनिया सारी third person है. उसमें he travel every day. Now I said he travel, but this is wrong. Okay, this only you are to now remember, that when it comes to third person, many times you might have seen teachers or people talking about putting s with the verb. बहुत बार होता है कि verb के साथ s लगाना है और आप कंफ्यूज हो जाते हो, यार कब लगाना है s, कहाँ लगाना होता है s, यार ये तो मुझे पता ही नहीं चलता कि s कब लगाना है. कभी भी लग जाता है और कभी भी हट जाता है. कभी टीचर कहती है लगा दो, और अगर हमने लगाया तो टीचर कहती है हटा दो. Why? Because actually you do not remember the rule, and that's why you commit mistake. Now you are to remember that when we are talking about only present indefinite, first of all only present indefinite, जब हम present indefinite की बात करते हैं, past future की हम बात नहीं करेंगे. जब भी हम present की बात करते हैं, okay, present indefinite की बात करते हैं, तब ये रूल थोड़ा सा दिमाग में रखना है, that फर्स्ट और सेकंड पर्सन के साथ जब भी हम फर्स्ट पर्सन में सेंटेंस बनाए और सेकंड पर्सन में सेंटेंस बनाए, वी विल नॉट यूज एस विद वर्ब. तब हमने एस नहीं यूज करना. ओके, या फिर यूं कह लो कि जब भी प्रेजेंट इंडेफिनिट की बात हो, प्रेजेंट इंडेफिनिट की बात हो और थर्ड पर्सन की बात हो, तो हमने एस यूज करना है. थर्ड पर्सन सारी दुनिया है आई और यू को छोड़कर, ओके ये सारा ही थर्ड पर्सन है। सो इट मीन्स थर्ड पर्सन के साथ हमने एस यूज करना है वर्ब के साथ। नाउ ही ट्रेवल्स एवरी डे, ट्रेवल नहीं आएगा क्योंकि ये ही इज थर्ड पर्सन। अब आपको याद नहीं रहे, कह रहे ही कैसे याद आया, कैसे पता चला थर्ड पर्सन है ये ही, आई तो नहीं है ना ये, तो इसका मतलब ये फर्स्ट पर्सन नहीं है। फिर ये यू भी नहीं है तो इट मीन्स ये सेकंड पर्सन भी नहीं है। जब ये फर्स्ट भी नहीं है सेकंड भी नहीं है, ऑटोमेटिकली दिस इज थर्ड पर्सन। सो दिस इज थर्ड पर्सन, ही ट्रेवल्स एवरी डे, सो वी विल बी यूजिंग एस with the verb. Then she travels every day. She is also not I and you. First or second person नहीं है. So here also we will be putting S. Or it is with some name. कोई नाम हो. Raj travels every day. अब राज I भी नहीं है, राज you भी नहीं है. राज ना तो फर्स्ट पर्सन है ना ही सेकंड पर्सन है. इट मीन्स वो थर्ड पर्सन ही होगा। अगर आपको ये भूल भी जाए कि थर्ड पर्सन में क्या क्या आता है, याद रखो पूरी दुनिया थर्ड पर्सन है आई और यू दो को छोड़कर, ये दोनों को छोड़ दो तो बाकी दुनिया पूरी थर्ड पर्सन है। सो यू विल बी राइटिंग ही ट्रेवल्स एवरी डे, शी ट्रेवल्स एवरी डे, राज ट्रेवल्स एवरी डे। ओके, तो यहाँ पर एवरी डे हमने लगा के ये शो कर दिया कि एक रूटीन में हमने यही बोला था कि प्रेजेंट टेंस मीन्स रूटीन में जब कोई बात होती है। ओके, अब जब आप इस तरह के टेंसेस की कभी वीडियो देखो तो थोड़ा सा टाइम निकालकर 10-15 मिनट निकालकर कोशिश करो 20-30 ऐसे सेंटेंसेस बनाओ। ओके, द ओनली थिंग इज दैट व्हेन यू राइट 20-30 sentences with third person, because third person means using S with the verbs, then you will get automatically this S whenever you're writing something else. Okay, he travels, he eats every day, she eats every day, Raj eats every day. Okay, he sleeps on the bed, she sleeps on the bed, Raj sleeps on the bed. She sleeps on the floor, he sleeps on the floor, Raj sleeps on the floor. Okay, he walks slowly, she walks slowly, Raj walks slowly. This way make many sentences just for practice, because then afterwards when you start writing something, automatically S will come when you are using he and you are using present tense. Okay, this is the mantra. Okay, then we come to second, past tense. Now past means bhutkal, which is already over, जो खत्म हो चुका। So past tense refers to a situation or an event which happened once and is now over. जो कभी हुआ और अब वो खत्म हो चुका है, उसको हम भूतकाल, उसको हम पास्ट टेंस कहते हैं। ठीक है, जो कभी हुआ पुराने टाइम में और अब वो चीज खत्म हो चुकी है। ओके, फॉर एग्जाम्पल आई एट आइसक्रीम येस्टरडे, मैंने कल आइसक्रीम खाई, अब वो खत्म हो चुकी है, आइसक्रीम भी खत्म हो चुकी और हमारे खाने का जो एक्शन है वो भी खत्म हो चुका। हम खा के काम खत्म कर चुके हैं, हम तो कुछ और काम कर रहे हैं। So that work of eating is over. Okay, so this is what we say, that this when something which happened once, एक बार वो हुआ, हमने आइसक्रीम ली और हमने खा ली और वो खाने का काम अब खत्म हो चुका। Okay, so we can say it includes a finished action. This way you can say, जब हम past tense की बात करेंगे, जो एक्शन फिनिश हो चुका है हम उसकी बात करते हैं। ठीक है, आइसक्रीम का खाना खत्म हो चुका, हम उसकी बात कर रहे हैं। मोर एग्जाम्पल सेम वे में हम ले सकते हैं। आई ट्रेवल्ड टू पेरिस येस्टरडे। ओके, कल मैं पेरिस गया था। ओके, कल मैं पेरिस गया। आई ट्रेवल्ड टू पेरिस येस्टरडे। यू ट्रेवल्ड टू पेरिस येस्टरडे, तुम कल पेरिस गए। अब नहीं, कल गए थे, शायद अब वापिस आ गए, मे बी बिजनेस ट्रिप था, 2 घंटे का मीटिंग था, नाउ यू आर बैक। ओके, सो दिस एक्शन इज ऑलरेडी ओवर, इट टुक प्लेस येस्टरडे एंड नाउ इट इज ओवर। सो यू ट्रेवल टू पेरिस येस्टरडे। नाउ दिस इज फर्स्ट पर्सन, दिस इज सेकेंड पर्सन, नाउ वी कम टू थर्ड पर्सन, बट नाउ हियर यू सी देयर इज नो चेंज। I traveled, you traveled, he traveled, she traveled, Raj traveled. Okay, this is what I told. This rule applies only here, present tense. In present indefinite, especially present indefinite, this rule is applied, where you have to put s with verb. But when we come to past tense, when we come to past indefinite, simple past or past indefinite, then there is no change in any rule, whether this is first person, second person or third person. Okay, now we come to future tense, bhavishya kaal. This is what in Hindi we say. Okay, bhavishya kaal. Future tense refers to an event that is due, जो भी due है, अभी होना है, that is due, expected or likely to occur in future, जो कि future में chances है हो जाएगा वो काम. Okay, means the thing which is to happen in the future. This is future tense. For example, I will eat 2 apples tomorrow. आज शायद मैंने एक भी नहीं खाया, but future में कल मैंने 2 एप्पल खाने. This is what I am trying to say. I will eat 2 apples tomorrow. मैं कल 2 एप्पल खाऊंगी. कल खाऊंगी, आने वाले टाइम में खाऊंगी. So this is future tense. Okay, so again this is called simple future tense, or we can say future indefinite. Okay, we are just talking about these 3 tenses. We are not talking about right now 12 tenses. We are talking about only 3 tenses. 9 are still left. Okay, so this is future tense, or we can say simple future, or we can say future indefinite tense. This tense is about planning the things to be done in future. Actually ये है future tense कि हम future में कुछ करने का plan करते हैं. 2 एप्पल खाने का मेरा plan है कल. This is future tense. Okay, now when it comes to future, future word is will or shall. This you have to remember. Future word is will or shall. So we will be using I will. Now here I will give you a tip in the end of this video. So watch it properly and listen carefully, because especially this tip, is needed by especially those students who are in colleges, okay, who are to appear for some competitive exam. Sometimes your English exam is there, your English language is to be tested. So this grammar rule you should know. Okay, but it will be told in the end of this video. Okay, so here we come to this, that I will or I shall travel to Paris tomorrow. मैं कल जाऊंगी पेरिस. यहाँ पर क्या था? I traveled to Paris yesterday. ये क्या था? Past tense, भूतकाल. मैं कल मैंने पेरिस में विजिट किया. बट यहाँ पर हम क्या बोल रहे हैं? I will travel to Paris tomorrow. मेरी यात्रा कल की है. ओके, कल का प्लेन है, कल की फ्लाइट है, कल. ओके, सो कल जाना मुझे. I will travel to Paris tomorrow. You will travel to Paris tomorrow. No change. First person, second person, third person. He will travel to Paris tomorrow. She will travel to Paris tomorrow. Raj will travel to Paris tomorrow. So again there is no change. So it means this change of s or es, it comes only in the present indefinite tense. Here only, okay, it will come present indefinite. I eat apple. You eat apple. She eats apple. He eats apple. Raj eats apple. This way. But when it comes to past tense or future tense, everything is same. Okay. Now, one more thing which you have to remember when we are talking about present tense, past tense and future tense. Simple present, simple past, simple future when we are talking about it. Then here you are to use first form of the verb. Okay. Here we have used first form. Okay, I love milk, not loved. First form, I travel. First form. Okay, you travel. He travels. First form. Only thing is here we have put s. But when it comes to past tense, past indefinite, then we have to use second form. I traveled, not travel. I traveled, you traveled, he traveled, she traveled, Raj traveled. Second form. And when this is future tense, your words would be either will or shall. Okay? And then again first form. I will or I shall travel. You will or you shall travel. First form. Okay, so this you have to remember, that if this is simple present tense, means present indefinite, first form, and with the third person s. If this is past indefinite, second form. If this is future indefinite, will or shall we have to use. Now, tip. This is what I was talking about, this future tense. The one rule, the old rule, we can say Wren and Martin grammar rule, is that with first person and second person, I and you, we should use only shall. Okay, not will. Though when students write will, everybody accepts it. Okay, because maybe people do not know that much, grammar, so they accept it. But if this is especially your English test, so naturally the teacher would be thorough with all these rules. So then only she would be expecting you to use correct word. So you have to remember, with first person and second person, means I and you have to use shall. I shall travel. You shall travel. Not will. Okay, though I have written both because we accept it. But especially for English test, if you are to appear, then you should know it, that with first and second person we have to use shall, and with third person we have to use will. But then sometime you would see that in some articles or somewhere it is used the other way. Means I will and then he shall. How can this be possible? It means wrong grammatically, but it's not wrong even. The thing is, if we are emphasizing, if we are putting pressure on some point, अगर हम किसी चीज पे जोर देके बात करते हैं, तो हम यहाँ पर वर्ड चेंज कर लेंगे. I shall eat banana in the morning. Okay, मैं सुबह केला खाऊंगी. नॉर्मल बात, ठीक है, अभी नहीं खाना, मैं सुबह खाऊंगी, ये बहुत नॉर्मल है. ओके, आई शैल ईट बनाना टुमारो मॉर्निंग. बट अगर हमने ये चीज को जोर दे के कहना हो, तो कैसे पता चलेगा? लाइन तो हमने लिखनी है, अब इसमें हमारा एक्सप्रेशन तो नजर ही नहीं आ रहा, तो कैसे पता चलेगा कि हम एम्फेसाइज कर रहे हैं इस पॉइंट को? देन वी विल बी यूजिंग द अदर वर्ड. इंस्टेड ऑफ शेल वी वुड से आई विल ईट बनाना टुमारो मॉर्निंग. मैं कल जरूर खाऊंगी, बचा के रख लेना मेरे लिए. दैट वे. Okay, if you are emphasizing, then you will be using will. I will eat banana tomorrow morning. You will certainly eat your medicine tomorrow morning. You will. It means we are emphasizing. Okay. In the same way, he or she, third person. Okay. She will be eating this medicine, right? Okay. Tomorrow, definitely. So it means you are to simply saying, but now you are to put emphasize. Okay, you want to put pressure on this thing. Then you'll say, he shall be eating it. He shall be eating it tomorrow morning. Positively tomorrow morning he shall be eating it. Okay. So this means we are emphasizing. Sometime you need to write when you are to put pressure on the point. So this way you can, in future tense, you can show this through the, when this is only just, we can say playing with the words. So you have to do this way. Instead of I shall, write down I will definitely come. Okay, this way. It means you are emphasizing on the fact. So I think for this video this is enough. Practice it. Okay, make sentences yourself. Certain verbs you take and then make sentences for present, for past, for future. Because if you do not make sentences, your target should be at least 50, 50, 50. Okay, different 50 sentences you have to make. And then afterwards, after 150 sentences, you will say, okay, I'm ready to teach these tenses to anybody. Okay, so now I think this is enough for today's video. And in the next video, we would be talking about more tenses when we say there are more than 3 tenses. Thank you.